What's going on, guys and gals? Welcome back to the channel. Let me get my sticker over here. Oh yeah. You watching the Knife Shift. Welcome back. Thank y'all so much again for stopping by. Don't know why you do, but I certainly appreciate it. I certainly appreciate it. This will be my rendition of Why YouTube, Why Pocketknives. Before we get into it, just throw a little quick what you toting out there, which we didn't go heavy, we went light today. Got that beautiful pocket cross, hand carved by brother Jeff. And then we had been toting the old Case Crossroads Barlow in tan rich light, I believe it's what they call this. Tan rich light with the black G10 bolster and liner, all one piece. I mean, just a dandy light. You talking light pocket knife. But with that being said, I will start with the knife section. Why knives? Well, as far as I can remember, I have always seen, heard about, you know, through conversation and stuff like that, of pocket knives. Now, me, I called everything a knife. You know, I didn't know the term slip joint. I didn't know the term traditionals. I didn't know the term modern. If I just seen somebody that had a blade on it, or somebody with something with a blade on it, it was a knife. That's just how I remembered them. But like I said, I'd always heard about them. Now, the particular knives that I can remember seeing when I was very, very young, my dad would keep them up at the very, very top of a big, tall entertainment center that was like right smack in the middle of our kind of living room area. And it went all the way from the floor all the way to the ceiling. It was a big, tall entertainment center, and it had, you know, a bunch of shelves, and, you know, had drawers and cupboards on the bottom, and then it had little, you know, like bookshelf style shelves on the sides, and then had some little recessed areas all the way, like I said, at the very, very top. And he had probably about 2 or 3 coffee mugs. Don't know what the coffee mugs were, but they just had a bunch of pocket knives that was stuck down in them, and we knew not to touch them. That's just how Dad was. He said, don't be up there prowling around. If you're old school, you know about prowling. That's what he would tell us all the time. Don't be up there prowling, all this and that. And then, of course, us boys, being boys we are, we prowled around a lot. We sure did. So me and my younger brother, which my younger brother's was always on the smaller side, so he would go up there and he'd crawl himself all the way up to the top. He'd get them coffee mugs down, he'd come down, then we'd pull all them knives out and we'd look at them and, you know, open them up and go over them and just look at them. And we would always remember to be sure. Dad was very specific. If he had something sitting a certain type of way, he knew it was sitting that certain type of way. And if he go up there and look and it was sitting in a direction he didn't remember sitting it, that's how he got you. And we got busted several times. Anyway, so that is some of my earliest memories of knives. Like I said, I've always kind of knew of them, but I never really knew my dad to carry anything, never knew any of my grandparents to carry anything. So years and years and years and years and years down the road, I'm talking 2020. Yeah, 2020. My good friend, Brother Austin, which he knows who he is, come and gifted me. Now, we've been friends all the way up through high school. Well, I say all the way up through high school. We became friends in high school. We didn't really know each other at all prior to high school, but we was both in the marching band together on the drum line, and he gifted me this one right here. This is a mini trapper, and I love the game of golf. He got me this one with the little embellished golf man on there with his little golfing bag, and he's hit him a good shot there. Just a smooth, natural white bone with the golfing embellishment on it. Now, what's cool about this one is it has the regular clip point blade. If I can get it out there. There it goes. Got the regular clip point blade, and this is a 2019. But it has a golf tool. You can see there, USA 6207G for the golf tool in stainless steel. But he gifted me this because he knew that when he gets married, that I was going to be the best man. So this is a very, very early best man present. And like I said, that was in 2020, and I can remember that because work was shut down for COVID. So we literally had like 8 weeks off at work. So he brought this over, gifted it to me. And like I said, that was 2020. Mr. Austin still ain't married yet. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But he gifted me this, and he broke it down. He broke down the tang stamp. Like I said, told me about how to read the tang stamps as far as the date, and then also as far as how to read all of the information, you know, what the numbers meant and all that. And that was my very first pocket knife, and it started a downpour. I went down the rabbit hole so fast, and I had gained so much knowledge in such a short period of time. And now, so let's say that was 2020. Here we are in 2026. And just in the collection alone, I have over 170 pocket knives. That's just in the collection. Like I said, my collection consists of never used, never carried, you know, if I can find them like that. You know, I've got some older vintage stuff in there that's obviously been toters and stuff like that. But, yeah, in my collection, just from 2020 to now, I have over 170 pocket knives. Wow. I mean, totally blows my mind. So that is where the knives come in. And then on the Why YouTube, well, I started being a little curious like I am. You can search and find anything you want to on this wonderful platform of YouTube. You can also find a lot of stuff you probably don't want to look at, but either way, that's neither here nor there. But I used it for the good, and I found a bunch of pocket knife people. I want to say the first one I can remember is obviously the Knife Doctor, Brother Kevin. And it was just a downpour from there. Brother Kevin, then he led me to Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. Then through Terry's Knives and Man Stuff, you know, that's where I heard of Gunslinger Cal, heard of Brother Cornbread over at Cornbread's Corner, Randy, Georgia Adventurer, and then just every time it seemed like somebody new would pop up. You know, somebody would say, hey, you know, here's somebody new, you know, go check out their channel. Hey, here's another one, go check out his channel. And I mean, it's just like a constant revolving door, which is a good thing. I mean, it is. It's a great thing. But where I've got all of my knives and stuff, and I've gained so much knowledge so fast, I said, you know what? I said, I think I might can do that. And then just a little side story here, which I had kind of been curious about YouTube prior to my knife collecting. Well, I was still knife collecting, but I really love to cook. And I said, you know what? I'm going to start me a cooking channel. That's what I'm going to do. Hang on, let me get me a swig of unsweet tea here. I said, I'm going to start me a cooking channel. So I did. I want to say I started, like, Barbecue Nation or something was the first YouTube channel. And it was this actual channel right here. I just took that and I deleted them 3 videos I had and renamed it to what used to be Travis the Case Guy, but now we're the Knife Shift. But I said, I'm going to start me a cooking channel. And y'all, the time and effort, which don't get me wrong, the time and effort that goes into just having a YouTube channel in general, you know, is very time consuming. Very, very time consuming. But, man, to cook, to do all the grocery shopping, and then to prep the food, and then to cook the food, and then to do a review on the food that you cook. And, oh, Lord, I think my first video on there was like 47 minutes long. Just me doing a reverse sear ribeye steak. Yep. So, with that being said, I said, you know what? I've been watching all these other YouTube content creators, and I said, you know what? I got a bunch of knives, a lot of knives, and I've got such a passion now for the knives, which obviously, you know, it just goes downhill from there. You know, then that most recent Trapper Lock pickup, I mean, it just went downhill. And I said, you know what? I think I might just rename the channel and I'll start YouTube Pocket Knives. And that's what we did, y'all. And the rest has been absolute history. And I done that, like I said, like I said, everybody will probably be along the same lines here, you know, as far as the community. I mean, the community, the brotherhood, knife community as a whole is just absolutely wonderful. You will not join any other group on Facebook or on Facebook. Well, even on Facebook, like I said, I personally don't have a Facebook, but on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, on whatever, the knife community is by far the best community. And that alone made just such an easy transition. As I said, I would watch all them videos, and then I'd kind of be the scared one. I would do all the watching, and then I'd go in there and I'd like read other people's comments, but I would never comment. I'm like, no, you ain't gonna know I'm watching. You know, it's kind of weird thought like that. But everything's in the past now. Everything's in the past. We're here. We got a amazing channel going. Can't thank you guys enough. You fine guys and gals. Y'all make it worth it. Y'all really do. All the subscribers and all the interactions with, you know, the other channels. You know, like we just had the big Danville meetup over in Danville, Kentucky. It's just awesome, y'all. It's just awesome. Well, that's my little rendition. You know, what little bit I can offer, because like I said, I didn't really have a whole lot, you know, as far as the pocket knives went. You know, that just kind of started real hard right there in 2020, and we hit the gas and we ain't stopped. We have not stopped. But I hope y'all enjoyed. I know I've enjoyed all of the other content creators doing the YouTube Why Pocketknives, and let's see if we can't get a couple more popping out there, because I was just chit-chatting with Brother Zach over at New Again Knife Reviews just right before I sat down and recorded this video. And I said I've enjoyed watching all those videos because you can hear everybody speak on the same subject, but you'll never hear the same thing twice. Like as far as the YouTube and pocket knives, like I said, the only thing you'll hear is obviously about joining the community, because it's just it speaks for itself. I mean, we know, being inside the community and all of the fine people that watch all of our content, they know. They can read the comments and see how we're all interacting with each other, and know that we're the best. We are the best. We are one community strong. Like I said, thank y'all so much for joining me on this one. Like I said, I know y'all didn't have a bunch of knives, but there you go. Oh, here's another little Barlow there. I mean, I got a couple of knives here. Oh, here's an awesome little, woo! That's my first Leatherman right there. Leatherman Bond. Video coming down the pipe. You just have to be patient. Thank y'all so much. God bless, and I'll see y'all in the next one.